Hey everyone, welcome to Post to Post. It's Neil here, coming at you with some WHL jersey concepts. A couple of weeks ago, we looked at some OHL jersey concepts, some QMJHL concepts, all from Cole Paw. Cole's done it again. He's got a third video here for us, or some third concepts in this set. It's the WHL. I've not seen these before. You and I are going to react to these together. Let's jump right in and let's start this up. We're going to not necessarily speed run this, but we're going to go pretty quick, I think. So let's bring this up. First on the docket is the Brandon Wheat Kings. Little subtle details in this is for what works for me. Down below, you've got that little bit of a wheat stalk, whatever you call that, I don't know. But I like the influence there on the stripe. I think that's pretty good. Now, the logo itself is maybe a little bit big on the jersey, but maybe they are in that league. I don't know. I don't really follow that league quite intensely with their jerseys. Shoulder patch looks pretty good. It's a nice jersey. Good start. Next up, the Calgary Hitmen. Wow. So the Calgary Hitmen are actually owned, or maybe were owned, I don't know if they're still owned, by Bret the Hitman Hart. And there's some pretty fun jerseys out there in their history, and this concept is no exception, that's for sure. Very, very wild here. The colors obviously are very polarizing. The logo on the front is pretty interesting as well. And fun fact, when I grew up playing hockey, we were called the Hitmen, and we actually had to call the team and get permission from them to use their logo, not this logo, their actual logo that they used back then. So we were known as the Hitmen for many years. We had like the best jerseys in the league. It was awesome. Fun fact for you. Let's move on. We've got the Edmonton Oil Kings here. I kind of like the Brandon Wheat Kings. We've got some, I guess, influence down below in the striping. It does look maybe a little bit out of place, but relatively simple jersey. I like the accent kind of neon colorization happening here. Moving on to the Everett Silvertips. This is a cool jersey. I actually really like this one a lot. I love the scene that's kind of happening in the background in the stripe. My only little tiny gripe here is that the shade of green being used in the jersey is different than the shade of green being used on the actual logo. If they do that in real life, sorry, Cole, that's on them, not you. But as far as concepts go, I think I would like to see the same shade of green being used. Especially if they actually do that in person and they use the same shade of green. To me, I would consider this to be a bit of a mistake. But the actual jersey itself, like the design and stuff, good stuff. Oh, the Kamloops Blazers. I really like this brand overall. It's very simple. It reminds me of like the 70s, the 80s. And that makes me kind of nostalgic. Not that I'm from the 70s, but this here is pretty great. We can see some flames or some blazing action happening in the stripes. The logo looks good. The colors are always going to look good. Blue and orange look great together. Let's move on. We got the Kelowna Rockets. Okay, well that logo on the front it feels very big here on this jersey. It's just like it's coming off of the jersey, and I almost feel like I'm not actually looking at a jersey here. It's just that logo that I see, kind of the jersey blends right back into the background because that's also red. It's okay. It's a little cartoony. Next, the Lethbridge Hurricanes, which is an odd name for a team that is landlocked essentially, but I understand that the winds are very intense there. That's why they're called the Hurricanes. But lots going on here. But I think the kind of scene that's being set with the angularity of the striping, we have to take that from the logo. So that's kind of representative of wind cycling around and stuff. But the way that the stripes are done on the arms and the bottom of the jersey is very representative of that, and it just provides a lot of like visual movement and stuff. So that's kind of a neat concept. The neck up top I find a little bit distracting. There's a lot of white up there. Other than that, it's a pretty good jersey. Next, the Medicine Hat Tigers. Not bad. I think the logo could probably use updated, but I mean that's what they use, so it's not Cole's fault. But the jersey design is fantastic. I really like that striping coming down. That seems very traditional in hockey, and you see that quite a bit in some of these Canadian Hockey League teams. Moving on to the Moose Jaw Warriors. If I'm not mistaken, Moose Jaw actually did a rebrand either last season or the season before. It was a very good rebrand, and this presentation or visualization that we see here, to me, that logo's too big. That logo comes all the way down, basically to the belly button. It's also like it's off-centered a little bit, I feel. So I would make that logo a little bit smaller. I can't imagine they use a logo that big, do they? That's just wild. There's some subtle imagery happening in the shoulders as well. But I like their modern new brand, and I do like this. Next, the Portland Winterhawks. Nice jersey, very nice jersey. Got that section there that holds the numbers. Nice shoulder patch up top. Relatively generic design that we've seen on multiple jerseys, on multiple leagues. It's for good reason. It's nice. Moving on to the Prince Albert Raiders. This one's pretty nice. I think There's nothing really to complain too much about here. It looks maybe a little bit like a crop top down below because that just cuts off into the black, but beautiful logo as I've said in the past. They've got good stuff. Next, the Prince George Cougars. Lots going on here, lots of striping. I don't think I'm a fan of the stripe on the front of the shoulders just because we have such horizontal striping down below with no angles or no curvature, nothing. But up top, we almost have like a different design influence and that kind of arcing striping. So I would make that pin striping or that striping up across just come right across the top instead of angling down. Personal preference. Next, the Red Deer Rebels. Wow, this is phenomenal. The stripes are just amazing. I really, really like the stripes. That's just such a subtle thing to add to a jersey that really kind of sets the scene and makes it stand out. This is a fantastic jersey. I would say from the nips down, it's perfect. Not a huge fan of the shoulders being rounded, but again, personal preference. Next, the Regina Pats. So the Pats typically play it simple. They don't usually use a big giant swatch of stripe and color in behind their logo there. At least not in the jerseys that I'm familiar with. So it's a bit of a busy Pats jersey, but it doesn't look bad. It definitely doesn't look bad. It's very top heavy. You've got 2 shoulder patches on each shoulder. You've got a WHL logo up here. You get to see up there the WHL logo here. The numbers, lots of striping, and then down below from like the bottom of the ribs down, there's just nothing. It's just blue. So maybe it would look good in a uniform. I don't know. I have to see. Moving on, the Saskatoon Blades. Kind of like the Blazers, just a very simple brand. They're not supposed to be modern and crazy and wild striping and all this stuff. Just plain simple Saskatoon Blades. So this one's a good one. Next, the Seattle Thunderbirds, and lots of pinstriping happening in the arms and down below. Not too bad. I think I don't have anything negative to say about this one. It's not my favorite so far though. Okay, next is Spokane Chiefs. Wow. Now, I guess you could kind of get away with this because of the logo is very, like, it's not polarizing. Polarizing is the wrong word. It's just very visually intense. And I think that's replicated here on the arms quite nicely. And you could probably get away with it. I don't like the white neck. I would just kind of remove that or make it all red or whatever, or make the white just thinner. I'd be very curious to see what the pants would look like and what the gloves would look like. I think you could make this work though. This one's a cool one. Next, the Swift Current Broncos. Yeah, I mean, there's some nice pinstriping here. It's a very kind of reminiscent of Columbus Blue Jackets jersey here, a little bit, obviously different colors, but that's a nice one. Next, the Tri-City Americans. Now, this is actually kind of a cool jersey. I like this one a lot. This one's cool. This one is very American, as it should be, because of the name, because of the colors. I love the arms. Yeah, the arms are cool. It almost looks like it's like chainmetal or something, like going to war. Next, the Vancouver Giants. Now, this is a very modern design here. The arms, the middle of the jersey on the inside is great. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Again, the neck I would probably change, but the rest of the jersey is really, really nice. Moving on to the Victoria Royals. I love the purple. The purple and the black look so good together, accented with the silver. Don't love the bottom middle of the jersey. I'd probably just let the purple just go all the way down, but yeah, cool jersey. Moving on to the Winnipeg Ice. Heck yeah, that was a bad snap. That was better. Heck yeah. Winnipeg Ice. This looks amazing. That specific shade of blue with the white, with the kind of like avalanche, snow, whatever ice is happening down below is awesome. I really like this one. This might be my favorite so far. I have to go back and look at the end. Oh, that was the end. That was the last one. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to the Red Deer Rebels for this concept. I really like the striping a lot. I like that just a little bit of like personality that's kind of added in there. But we're going to go all the way to the back. I think I'm actually going to give it to the Winnipeg Ice just because it reminds me a lot of like a crazy Anaheim Ducks jersey or a Tampa Bay Lightning jersey. And there's even like, I don't even know. There's definitely influence from other teams in there. The Dallas Stars star jersey. I like when jerseys are kind of bold like this. But great colors, great design, very modern. And I would love to have that in my collection if it actually existed. So Colepaw, great job on all these concepts from the WHL. In previous videos from the OHL, from the QMJHL, a whole giant lot of jerseys, concepts that we got to see. And if you haven't seen those 2 previous videos, would love for you to go check them out. If you did enjoy this video, please consider hitting the subscribe button if you're new, and please hit the like button. That definitely helps. And let us know down below in the comment section what was your favorite jersey concept in this video. Have a great night. Talk to you very soon. Adios.